So just about 1 month ago, I was flying from Manchester Airport in England to Munich Airport in Germany. And I was on the train on the way to the airport. And then as I got to the airport, I got an email on my phone saying that my flight has been canceled. And I was bummed out. I was like, shit, I really need to get there because I had something important to do. So I had to get there like that day. So then I got into the airport and trying to find out like what's going on. And then there was like a line of 100 people who were on the same flight and they were all stressed out, like all of them. And sure, I wasn't stressed out. I was just, okay, what do I do now? But everyone else was so stressed out. It was crazy. There was people like shouting at the staff and cursing at them. And in my head, I was like, what the hell? But then instead of being like everyone else, I started looking for a solution. Okay, what do I do now? How do I get to Munich today? So then I asked around, I asked the staff like, hey, what's going on? Are there other flights that we can take? Or do we have to stay in a hotel or whatever? And they said, unfortunately, there won't be any flights today. You're gonna have to stay in a hotel and the next flight is in like 3 days. But the thing with me is I couldn't take 3 days. I had to either be there the next day or like later that day. So what I did was I started looking for other flights immediately and I found one, but I had to pay some extra money obviously, right? So then I booked the other flight and then I got on my plane about an hour later and just left to Munich. But then the other people just stayed there and complained and then probably had to go home. But the whole point of what I'm trying to say is whenever situations happen to you, whatever cards are dealt to you, you have to find a solution to that problem. Sitting around and complaining about this and that and oh poor me, this happened to me, will not solve anything. Being stressed about something you can't change will never solve anything. You need to find a solution to every single problem that you have because every single problem does have a solution. And just a few years ago, maybe when I was 15 or 16, whenever things happened to me that I couldn't change, I used to be so stressed out and so bummed out and sometimes even sad, right? But when situations like this happen, and if I can't change the situations, I had to learn to let go of the situation. But if I can change the situation, then I would have to learn to find a solution and not be stressed out, and just be calm. And that's how I am right now. Every time something happens, I'm just calm and I either let it go or I find a solution to the problem. And let's be honest, I know you know some people who are like constantly nagging and whining about the situations in their life and you don't like it. Only the winners, the people who are winners, they're the ones who find the solutions to problems and then they overcome the problems and the challenges and the obstacles and then they succeed. I want you to have this mindset as well if you're watching this video right now. Every time a problem happens to you, I want you to be calm and breathe instead of like panicking. Just stay calm and breathe and think of ways you can overcome the situation and think of ways you can overcome the problem instead of panicking. And if you can't change the situation at all, then just let it go. For example, if a guy doesn't have a leg, he can't like change that, right? He just doesn't have a leg. I mean, he could get fake legs. I mean, I guess that would solve the problem. I've even seen guys who have no legs at all, like both legs are gone and they're fit as hell. They're fitter than me. I'm not even at that level. They have six packs and they're shredded. It's crazy. But those guys, they play the cards that they're dealt. I need you to understand that every single successful person plays the cards that they're dealt. Every strong person plays the cards that they're dealt. They don't sit there and complain. If you're born into a poor family, instead of complaining that your family is poor and that you're poor, find a way to make money and become rich and become that person who breaks the generational curse of having no money. You need to be strong. Think of things this way. Don't complain. Everyone has situations in their lives. Everyone has problems in their lives. But it's the people who are strong that find a solution and play the cards that they're dealt. If you're 5'2" and you don't like it, just go to the gym and get jacked and become rich. And when you get jacked and you become rich, you won't even care about being 5'2" anymore. Or if your parents died and you're angry, go to the gym. Find a way to become successful. Find a way to make them proud. And then you'll be happy. You'll be like, damn, I made my parents proud. I know they're up there watching me right now and I made them proud, and you're going to be happy. Why are you ruining your own happiness focusing on the things that you can't change? It's dumb. And if you are that person right now who is complaining about the cards that you're dealt with and complaining about different things that's happening in your life and oh, I'm so sad and this and that happened to me and poor me and nobody cares about me. Yeah, you're right. Nobody cares. You have to learn to play the cards that you are dealt and find a way to become successful from the cards that you're dealt. Like think about the story that you'll have. Oh, I was born into an extremely poor family and I had to do this. I had to overcome this challenge and that challenge. I had to go through this journey, and now I'm a billionaire. Think of how beautiful that story is. And I want you to create that story for yourself if you are in a tough situation right now. Every hero has had a tough situation. That's what made them the hero, because they had the situation and they used the cards that they're dealt with to propel themselves forward and become successful and become that superhero. And I want that for you as well. And if you need help with that, if you need help from a community that will push you forward and help you become a success in life, then you can join Project Resilience, which is my community, in the first link in the description. Go in there and there's going to be a ton of people waiting to help you. There's going to be courses and resources. And there's going to be weekly calls and help you get through any situation at all and help you become successful. So if you're interested, it's the first link in the description, and I hope to see you there. And as always, I'm rooting for you, I believe in you, and I love you.